Discovery Channel viewers love watching Alaska: The Last Frontier for its seemingly realistic depiction of one family living in extreme conditions in Alaska, about 11 miles or 17.5 kilometers away from the nearest, relatively modern town of Homer. However, the distance seems to be far greater on TV, making it look like they're in the middle of nowhere. The Discovery-produced show features the Kilchers, a large family whose history dates back to the 1930s, when Yule and Ruth claimed a 160-acre or 0.6 square kilometer property on which to build their homestead. However, the show focuses on their sons, Otto and Atz, and their children, spouses, relatives, and neighbors. The family is chosen to live on the land and survive on what it provides, without modern heating, plumbing, and many amenities. Although some things have changed since the homestead was established, for example, getting electricity and water, many activities have remained a staple of their lifestyle, such as fishing, hunting, caring for livestock, and preparing for long Alaskan winters. The Kilcher family has also received a monthly salary from Discovery Channel since 29 December 2011, when its first season aired, and will continue to do so thanks to the show's popularity. Its latest 11th season premiered in October 2022, and Discovery will almost undoubtedly renew it for the 12th. However, there are many misconceptions and frequent accusations of scripted behavior, exaggerated events, and inaccurate portrayals of the homestead's distance from civilization and their wealth. That prompted viewers to wonder how much the family earns, and us to investigate their income streams and net worth. Although it's challenging to pinpoint how rich the Kilchers actually are, viewers have learned about their history over the last 12 years on TV. The family is proud of their origins and have never hidden their influence in Alaska for over 80 years. Ruth and Yule started it all and lived and worked for several decades before Otto and Atz took over. Their livestock, fishing and hunting equipment, vehicles such as tractors and snowmobiles, and countless buildings on the property, which grew from 160 to 640 acres, or 2.6 square kilometers by 2023, are worth at least $1 million US. On top of the undisclosed individual and gross profits from Discovery for each episode, the family members are still charging rent for staying at the homestead, tickets to their museum, and an entry fee for their on-property workshops. Some family members have started YouTube channels and earned revenue from advertisements. Others are creating homesteading lifestyle courses and could sell surplus items to fans or nearby people. Some websites estimate the family's net worth at between $16 and $20 million, but that's merely an informed guess. The Kilcher family's presence in Alaska starts with Yule F. Kilcher, a Swiss-born American homesteader born in Laufin in 1913, and his then-wife, Ruth Helen Weber, an American citizen. Yule worked as a logger and journalist before hearing about Alaska's homesteading law, passed in 1862. Some conditions changed, but the law allowed anyone older than 21 to claim 160 acres of federally owned land for a mere $20, if they lived on and maintained the land. Yule was excited. He went to Alaska in 1936 to found an idealistic community, and returned to Switzerland 3 years later to persuade others to join him before he settled there in 1940, in a one-room cabin with, at that time, his wife and 3 daughters. Yule was the one who first wanted to document their life. He produced 2 documentaries, the first of its kind, on 16mm film, The Last Frontier and A Pioneer Family in Alaska, and promoted them in Europe in the late 1940s and mid to late 1950s. He was also an Alaskan senator for the Democratic Party, in which role Yule helped to write the Constitution of Alaska, which was ratified in 1956 and took effect in 1959 when Alaska became a U.S. state, and continued to work into the 1960s. Ruth and their 8 children worked at the homestead while he traveled, and she also wrote for the Anchorage Daily News magazine. After their 1969 divorce, Ruth relocated to Tennessee, where she worked as a translator, writer, and journalist, and remarried in 1971. However, they both died at the homestead surrounded by their loved ones. Ruth on 11 July 1997, then Yule on 8 December 1998. As mentioned, the show follows some Kilcher family homestead residents and their life in Kachemak Bay, Kenai Peninsula. Two brothers, Otto and Atz, their wives, Charlotte and Bonnie Dupree, and their children, nephews, and nieces are the main cast members. However, many viewers don't realize that Otto's and Atz's 6 sisters, Mossy, Sunrise, Katkin, Wertilla, Stella Vera, and Faye, live on the homestead and frequently rent out lodging accommodations to visitors and organize local events. However, they don't appear in the show for reasons only known to the family. Regardless, the brothers' wealth is theirs too, thanks to Yule. He witnessed nearby homesteads torn apart thanks to conflicts about inheritance and the family members' decision to split into smaller households. Instead of waiting to see if that would happen to his family, he created a conservation easement on the property and named it the Kilcher Family Trust. All siblings are trustees bound by its rules not to destroy or split the homestead, but preserve or improve it for their children and grandchildren. Kilcher Family Trust's existence is instrumental to their wealth. Fans of the show suspect that the 1984 Swiss documentary Die schwierige Schulen des einfachen Lebens, or Hard School of the Simple Life, began the discussion about payments. All family members who participated received their cut, but it may not be identical. After Yule established the family trust, Discovery Channel probably saw an excellent opportunity to keep everyone happy. According to Business Insider, reality show participants often receive $1,500 per episode on the low end. Those whose shows gained some popularity could earn between $7,000 and $10,000 per season until 2021, may get as much as a $100 million deal for 3 years. With that said, Alaska: The Last Frontier is one of the most popular Discovery Channel shows and could be earning a 6- to 7-figure yearly salary for the Kilchers. Dividing the paycheck equally would be unfair, even if the family members love each other dearly. Thus, Discovery Channel presumably treats the family as a business entity to avoid conflict and simplify the payouts. After being paid, the family members could dole out the money as needed for their daily lives and homestead projects. Exactly how remains unknown. Nearly all the Kilcher family's earnings outside of the TV show come from their homestead. They live off their land and probably sell a portion of what they produce to other homesteads or viewers who visit theirs. Besides allowing people to book a stay, the family monetizes their homestead in several ways. One of the oldest festivities is the annual Homestead Games, which started in July 2006 and featured locals and entertainers that the family likes. They also organize competitions such as nail pounding, log sawing, and a coal race. Moreover, the family created a Kilcher Homestead Living Museum, allowing visitors to see the family memorabilia on a guided tour. Mossy offers birding tours, allowing visitors to see rare birds such as the bald eagle. Faye organizes a jam-making workshop, and the entire family frequently makes enthralling but educational wild mushroom hunting outings. These activities let family members have fun, yet contribute to the budget. That includes Bonnie, Atz's wife, and her 2 children from a previous marriage to Doug Schweisau, Carl and Hannah. His son, Atz Lee, has been married to Jane Kilcher since 2006 and has 2 children, Piper and Etienne, who briefly appeared in the show but won't be series regulars because their parents want to protect them from the negatives of a reality TV star's life. Otto's children from his marriage to Sharon McKemie, son Ivan and his wife Eve, and their 2 children, Finley and Sparrow, are also series regulars. Visitors may also meet Otto's son Levi and stepson Tori. Shane, Atz's son known for his humor, and his wife Kelly Ware Kilcher, whom he married in 1992, are also devoted to life on the homestead alongside their 4 children, Keena, Tarek, Jareth, Jenna, and Reed. Now we will get into individual family members' passions that bring them money. Atz grew up doing what the rest of the family did: hunting, fishing, herding cattle, and farming. He inherited his mother's musical talent and started singing and playing the piano and guitar in his spare time. His hobby partially became a profession. After the show aired, he became known for his singing, songwriting, and yodeling skills, and his love for the folk, western, and bluegrass genres. He released several albums between 1978 and 2015, and his music is available on music streaming services such as Apple Music. Therefore, he earns royalties and may sell physical copies of his work. Yule Kilcher is a well-known singer and songwriter who's released 13 studio albums and a few live, children's music, and holiday albums between 1995 and the present day. She's received critical acclaim for her work and has sold over 18.5 million albums in the U.S. However, many people did not know that Atz was her father. Although she moved from the homestead, she likely has the highest personal worth that exceeds that of her father and uncle. Yule earned even more money, respect, and recognition when she joined the show for the first time during the family reunion in the 6th season. Furthermore, she wrote a memoir, Chasing Down the Dream, with her father's permission, and published it in 2000. Besides her thoughts on life and the experience of being a music superstar, the work depicted her traumatic childhood with an abusive father who struggled after returning from the Vietnam War, and her mother, Lenedra Carroll, who left the homestead when Yule was 7 and divorced her father in 1982. Yule published a second memoir, Never Broken, Songs Are Only Half the Story, on 20 September 2016, and a little-known book of poems, A Night Without Armor, in 1998. Lenedra is also the mother of Shane and Atz Lee, and a singer and author like Yule. She's released 2 albums, Beyond Words and Daybreak Song, and published a memoir, The Architecture of All Abundance, 7 Foundations to Prosperity. Although she left her at an early age, Lenedra reappeared in Yule's life when her daughter attained music industry success, and was even her manager until Yule discovered Lenedra was stealing money from her. Otto has been homesteading from a young age. However, he also had a distinct affinity for mechanics and has been the go-to person whenever a machine or tool broke down. But many don't know that Otto does projects outside his homestead. According to his LinkedIn profile, he's the owner and president of Coastal Freight and Salvage Inc., a company that he founded in 1993 to manage inland freight transport of water. Moreover, he was the director and chairman of the Fox River Cattlemen's Association, Inc., and a president of Apex Gear and Hydraulic, Inc. Ivan and Eve released a cookbook entitled Homestead Kitchen, Stories and Recipes from Our Hearth to Yours on October 25, 2016. Not only are the recipes tasty and good-looking, but they are optimized to be sustainable, healthy, and have a small environmental footprint. Atz Lee and Yule are the Kilchers with arguably the most significant social media presence, thanks to their Instagram profiles @Atz Lee and @Yule. Atz Lee seems disinterested in promoting anything but his lifestyle, hence he created a YouTube channel to provide additional insight into his daily life, but the profile is hard to find. In contrast, Yule uses her large following to sell branded hoodies and t-shirts. Jane, Shane, and Otto also have active Instagram profiles, but share Atz's mindset and don't promote other brands. Ivan and Eve do the same, but sometimes promote their online course, The Homesteading Mindset. It costs $59 and promises to teach its students about homesteading through 22 video lessons. Shane's LinkedIn profile reveals that he founded a nonprofit organization entitled Higher Ground for Humanity in 1998, with Yule and Lenedra. His organization promoted spiritual development, research, alternative medicine, and art to improve the environment. Shane was also part of the Clean Water Project between 1997 and 2010. The project sought to help villages lacking access to clean water and suffering from problems with self-sustainability, and was present in more than 18 countries. However, whether he made any money from his charity work is yet to be announced. With the popularity of Alaska: The Last Frontier, would the cast members become a celebrity family like the Roloffs of Little People Big World? or the Duggars of 19 kids and counting. However, they don't seem interested. Instead, the family maintains the Kilcher family homestead while they promote their family values, such as sticking together, increasing their generational wealth, and advertising their lifestyle. Although some members ventured out, such as Jewel becoming a renowned musician, and August Kilcher, Otto's and Charlotte's son, who left the homestead to attend Oregon State University in 2016, most have returned to their roots, or at least occasionally visit home. Viewers have yet to learn how much Discovery Channel pays them. Based on industry insiders, the number possibly ranged up to $50,000 per episode for each family member in the 11th season, making their joint income at least a few $100,000 annually. Combined with revenues from memoirs, cookbooks, lifestyle courses, and profits from events they organize at the homestead, the Kilchers have certainly earned several $1,000,000 since 2011. That excludes the value of the land, livestock, equipment, and buildings. Hence, the total wealth could be as high as $20 million as of 2023. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.